9 p.m. Maybe it's a prop. Maybe it's not real. It's real. My tongue's brown. You didn't need to see that. Right now you're eating dinner. And, this almost didn't happen. And not for the reasons I've said the first 9 episodes. A lot of those issues have been solved. No more sound things. It's been a thing. And I promise I won't mention it after this episode. Even though I was mentioning that it was not those things. But anyway, I had one of those days. I have a lot of like depression and anxiety issues that I've been annoyingly open about. Whether it's, just online blogs, podcasts, and in my stand up and stuff, especially my last album, I had a few bits, and I'll keep talking about it. I think it's just good for me and just to have it be a part of the conversation. Today was one of those days in a way I wasn't expecting. I've been feeling really good about doing this every day. I've been telling myself a few minutes a day, doesn't matter how long. Could be 5, 15, 25. And it's been good. It's been like a thing to focus on, a thing to be, creative with. I learn a new thing with all this like audio, video stuff, and just to like talk and communicate. So then, today started like any other, and I had to run a couple errands. My girlfriend and I went, about town. We went about town. We gallivanted about town. And his day was fine. I had a little something to eat, had my coffee, took my medicine. It was a nice day out. It was a very Williamsburgy day in Williamsburg. And I got home and I was like, okay, I'm going to, make a bite to eat and get this podcast stuff set up. And then I was just like hit with a fucking emotional Mack truck. And if you have this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everything, it's like, you're walking down the street and then you don't realize you just stepped in the road and bam, it's like that, but for your psyche. And all of a sudden it was just like, I don't know if I want to. And it just like, I just started to like fucking dissolve. It was weird. And like, I tried fighting against it. And dude, anything I've ever done in my life, and it's namely the hardest thing you could do is get into a career in entertainment. Not the hardest thing ever. There's obviously way harder things. Like I wouldn't put breaking into entertainment with, fighting in World War II. Not the same. Obviously, entertainment's harder. So yeah, it's, there are harder things. Anyway, point being, I have never had a harder struggle than like dealing with this. And there are days, weeks, and months where fucking everything's great. But then there's not even full days, half days like this where it's like out of nowhere, nothing triggers it. You're just like, hey, and then it's hard to describe if you've never felt it, and if you don't have chemical imbalances, you're just thinking, oh yeah, I've been tired before. Like, oh yeah, so I watched the movie Precious, and like the rest of that day was, not like that. It's like a fucking the week after your like worst breakup, out of nowhere, but there's no breakup. You're breaking up with yourself and the world. It's like, it sounds corny, but like it's the closest thing you can compare it to, maybe. It's the hardest thing because of this, because it has always been there while I'm doing anything else. So you pick, I'm like, I'm going to climb Mount Everest or whatever. Then on top of all this shit you're packing onto your, backpack, and like it's freezing and all this shit, and you got your goggles and it's cold and you're tired and you're like, there's some frozen corpses, holy shit, am I going to keep going, and then you have depression and anxiety on top of that. That's so anything I've ever done, no matter how hard or easy it is, that's also there. That makes it the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with because it's never not there. And I don't even remember. I think I was fighting against like taking a nap because I was like, that's a form of giving up. But then you're like, in that mindset, everything's a form of giving up. So, and you already feel like you did. I don't know. It's weird. But, what did I do? I got up, I took a shower. I was like, let me take a shower and fucking like just reset and clear. And then my girlfriend was like, do you feel better? And I was like, yeah. And I did, like 20% better, but I found myself like realizing like that was then. Okay, so maybe, yeah, I'm not like still in this fog. It is a fog that you're in when you feel that way. And I found myself telling her, yeah, I had to just get my mind off of my mind. Which is, doesn't it just sound fucking impossible? That sounds like something they'd say in meditation, like in the Waking Up app that I use. Nikki and I used to always joke about this. It would always, he'd always be like, look for the one who is looking. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, if that doesn't make sense, don't worry. It won't always be that way. Guess what? 3 years later, still that way. And I know always is a long fucking timeline. But, it's like shit like that where you're like, huh? That's what you got to try and do. It's easier to convince a stranger or a fucking dog or a child to like do something you want them to do than to get your own mind off your mind, because it's in your mind. What? Maybe that's why napping is so popular when you're fucking depressed, when you're like, I know how to do it. Or like drug use or drinking. Those are the best. That's why we go to that shit. It's because it gets your mind off your mind. And I'm 9 years away from fucking Toby. Hey, Toby. That's funny. Speaking of 9 years away from fucking boozing and all that other shit, this is my buddy Toby. He used to work at the Comedy Store. Toby probably gave me $50,000 in free alcohol. Dude, we fucking robbed that place blind. I knew the password to the fucking liquor locker. What kind of comedy club allows that? The Comedy Store, that's where. Dude, we ran wild there. That was before it became popular. I remember I'd show up, like 8 or 9 p.m. or something like that. And then I would just stick $20 in the tip jar. And then it was just, go ahead here. What do you want, another one? I would like go behind. He's like, oh, I got to go refill the, fucking whatever beer everyone's having. And then I would just go back, help myself. I mean, it was the best. The Comedy Store then, and I know a lot of comics who feel this way, the Comedy Store before the boom started was more fun. Because it was just no one cared about the place. And we were as free. It was Lord of the fucking Flies. It was great. We were smoking cigarettes indoors, with the fucking 12 audience members that are like, what? And we're just like, fuck you, that kind of shit. But then when you look back on it, it's like, well, how much of that stuff was I, doing for other reasons than just fun, like to get your mind off of like, So, allegedly, he says. You allegedly. That's right. Yeah. Well, there's no proof. I was just, throwing names out there. Your name was here, so I just used it. Could have been anybody. And when we say me, that could be anyone too. So me and Toby, allegedly, and however many other fucking comics. So yeah, man, those were the fucking days at the store. That's a huge sidebar. Um, so yeah, I've like try telling yourself to you're gonna get your mind off of your mind. It is. I mean, you can take a nap. You can, get high. You can like do a crossword puzzle. You could watch 7 movies in a row. There's all these ways to get, but it's still a lot of times doesn't work. And the hardest part was realizing, like, oh, it just may never work. You just have to find ways to like soften the fucking Mack truck hitting you, and deal with it. But anyway, like this today, for example, taking a shower and fucking blow drying my hair. That did it. Which takes fucking forever. That's the one thing about long hair that I'm like not fucking into is the washing it. So my solution, wash it once every 10 days. Not really, but that is the one thing where I'm like, oh, I wash my stupid hair like I'm fucking 7. I'm like, I don't want to. I just want ice cream. Which I do, actually. As a 39-year-old, I still don't want to wash my hair and I want ice cream. And luckily now I can just do that shit whenever I want because my fucking parents can't tell me what to do. I don't like blow drying my hair. It's so I just want there to be like, when is the instant part of the future coming? When's that? When do we get like the fucking, oh, this is the instant turkey in the microwave. Hey, oh, Thanksgiving. Oh, shit. Thanksgiving's in 1 hour and we forgot to go shopping with it. We're just, here's putting this little packet in the microwave. Bing! And then there's fucking like a 20-course meal. When is that day? I want fucking the thing you put on your head when you're like the instant blow dryer. You just like, you go. You hit the button, ding, your hair is dry. I don't know the science behind. I don't know how it's going to be done. It sounds like it's impossible because something that would get that hot that quick would light your hair on fire and make your head fucking explode like like in a shitty horror movie where like, and then just blood and guts. But science figured out. I want the instant part of the future now. Whenever I've seen movies, oh, that'd be great. Like instant fucking take a shit pill. I want that pill now. I want the instant future instantly. That'd be so awesome. You're like, oh, I gotta take a shit, but then if I gotta take the train and get to this show, and then you say, done. Then there's the, But if you could just, it's gone. I also want instant like hair growth because I'm like tomorrow I'm like, I want a mohawk again, and then the day after that I'm like, let's do the long hair. Oh, my hair's wet. Yeah, I have the dreams of a 7-year-old. So you know what we saw? Okay, different. It's like we're done talking about the heavy stuff. I think the dumbest, funniest, most pathetic fucking new trend is super manly grooming stuff. Have you seen like when we were walking around running errands today, we passed a place called Hammer and Nails. And it salon. And I didn't go in because I actually am a man. And I don't need to be fucking reeled in by some sign that will make me feel secure in what I think is my manhood. Like, oh, I can't go into a nail salon where there's girls in the color pink and pastels everywhere. Oh, hammer and nails, fucking let's do it, bro. Get in there and fucking put our hands down. Go ahead, nail tech, fucking hook me up. That's the weakest shit I've ever seen. That's the irony of what dudes think is manly is like they are actually these like broy man bros. They're actually so weak that they need a place like that just to go try something that like historically has been more on the feminine side of things. It's pathetic. So I went to their website. Let's look at their fucking website because it's so stupid. Look at this shit. Grooming shop for guys. Haircut, shaves, hand and foot care. All in a relaxed man cave like Nirvana. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. Hammer and fucking nails. It just makes me want to fucking explode. Why can't, when I go to, where am I right now? Why can't, you guys can't see me, right? There we go. Hi. Okay. All right, here we go. I hate this company already. Okay, locations. God, look at how many they have already. I hope every one of these places closes tomorrow. Instant nail closing place pill. West Hollywood, Echo Park, Folsom. For right when you get out of prison, bro, and you need your fucking nails done. You go to some bitch ass fucking salon. You go to Hammer Nails and give them your fucking digits and they'll hook you up. Before I go to my parole officer, I like to get me a fucking Manny. I put the man back in Manny. How is that not their slogan? Is that their slogan? If it's not, they're fucking... I know it's not because they're idiots. They wouldn't have thought that. I did because I'm not an idiot. All right. They got a fucking weird amount of locations. I mean, maybe it's mostly a barber shop, but like to go that route is grooming club. What's their grooming? Look at this guy. What? I'm just listening to rock and roll because it's manly. Elevated experience. As seen on fuck. If you look good, you feel good. What are the VIP memberships? Let's see. Let's choose no contract, curated spirits and beer. I just think it's so stupid. Like, and I know it's like a hacky like thing to say, but like if you want to go to one place and find where all the most closeted dudes in the world are, it's the newsletter list for Hammer and Nails, or the line outside, or the fucking lobby area where these guys are like just waiting to get, what are you looking at? Waiting to get afraid. They better have curtains. I don't want my ex walking by and seeing, oh, that's why he broke up with me, because he's fucking gay. It's so funny that they need that. You can't just go to, you know what I do? I go to any nail salon that is affordable and has good reviews. In fact, the more women that go there, the better, because you know it's good. I want for them to be like, no, we don't have any availability. You're going to have to book 2 days out from now. I'll go, awesome. This is probably going to be great. I go. That sounds like Brody. I go to the nail salon. Look at that. Fuck you. Fuck you, hammer and nails. So look. I mean, what do they think is going to make it more manly? That's what I want. What do they think is so, like, super fucking weak to go to a regular nail salon? They're not doing anything different. It's all the same shit. It's the same tools that they're using. They're doing the same shit. But you're sitting there, no, bro, regular nail salons for chicks, dude. My nail tech fucking working with one hand and fucking hando with the other. Fuck yeah, bro. I mean, they're not, what are there? There's a fucking stripper pole in the corner while you're getting you're sitting there like, and then some girl's just fucking wrapping herself around a fucking pole. Idiots. The idea of like dudes just sitting there with their hands out like this, but then like refusing to look at each other because that's fucking. It would no, dude. If you make eye contact during a nail appointment, that's fucking gay, bro. What the fuck? The fuck are you looking at, man? The fuck are you looking at? Oh, dude. Oh. When she's done with my cuticles, you're fucking dead. Dude, the second I'm allowed to make a fist again, it's going right in your ass. I mean, face. What'd I say? What did you hear? Face. You're a loser if you go here. You don't actually know how to be a man. You're actually too afraid to be very comfortable. Like just rest in your manhood, whatever that is. If you need to like go find a place that has the word hammer in it in order to be acceptable, you're a loser. You're not a man if you do that. End of story. There's no in between. This place arguably, not even arguably, this is worse. This is an even better example of a dude who's just afraid to do just what he actually genuinely wants, and has to like fit into this like narrow, outdated fucking description of what being a dude is. And what is this company? What it's called? Warpaint. Is it actual paint that you put on your face to go to war? No. It is a fucking makeup company. And these guys are too afraid to just go to a Sephora. What do they? How do they ship this to you? In a fucking hollowed out grenade? What's wrong with you, you losers? I need to buy. I need to buy my makeup. It's got to be coming sleek, black packaging only, and it better say I'm not gay on it. I hate this company. The world's first men's makeup store. Oh, congratulations, you innovators. You idiots. Ugh. What are these fucking morons saying? August 20th, Sephora. Neek. Opened a dedicated Canada. Wow, look at that. We're expanding. There are homophobic guys everywhere, it turns out. Even rugby players use our makeup. That's them applauding each other for being straight. war paint for men. Look how much black paint is in that fucking place. That's no women are even allowed, dude. We don't want anyone thinking the wrong idea. No, this is dudes only. This is like the makeup equivalent of a fucking treehouse with a no girls allowed sign. Idiots. I don't want to start a conversation with him. I know what this is. What do our customers say? Great products, goes on flawlessly. The shade finder tool is great. Do you think he tells anyone, though? Like, if you have to go buy something called Warpaint, you think he's telling his friends he puts on makeup? Or do they say, dude, bro, you wear makeup? And then he goes, whatever, and he still denies it? It's like, that's the kind of thing we need to get away from as, like, men, you know? Like, just say, yeah, I do it. I go get manicures, I get pedicures, I get, like, you know, manscaped or whatever, that term even, get rid of it. But it's like, just come right out and say you do the things that women have historically done. Because then you're just going to drag on this stupid joke that, like, men can be this way and women can be that way. That's it. Everyone deserves to be comfortable in their own skin. It's so stupid. Everyone should be comfortable in their own skin. And this is a company, by title alone, is saying that they kind of aren't, and that's okay still. That's what you're saying. Tools. I wonder if you think all their products are named the fucking axe. Get our Harley Davidson package or some bullshit. Oh man. Warpaint. Products. Okay, all sets. What kind of sets are they? The ultimate, the starter. Okay, they don't have like stupid names. But like, just wear the makeup. You know? And just tell anyone, shop at Sephora. Like, what do you need this for? That's the weakest shit to me. Like when dudes say stuff like, you know, they'll make a comment or like, you know, hey man, I'm into chicks, but like, you know, you got like, you know, good like hands or good arms or a good, you know, pick a thing, and they have to like qualify it with like, I'm in totally, or they'll like drop a no homo after it. It's like, that makes me more uncomfortable than hearing an actual, you know, like joke with a gay slur in it, because it just says so much more about you. Like, you making a joke about something like that is, yeah, there are better jokes to make, obviously, but that at least is like, you know, you're making a joke. But when you intend to say something like, you know, on its face, just like a compliment or like a statement, and then you have to go, oh, but don't get any ideas that I might be into anything other than women. That's like, why are you so weak? Just be confident in the thing you believe in or the thing you want to say. That's why, like, the most confident dudes in the history of the world, most confident guys, you know, they're totally secure, is like the straight dude that can like, and everyone has a friend or has had this done where they'll like, you know, they'll like wink at you and you don't for a moment think like, wait a minute, that guy who can do that at a buddy of his, and you don't even think for a minute, it's because he's radiating security in his manhood, you know? And for a guy who's receiving that, not to go, also, radiating the security in his manhood. This should be the dynamic of every two dudes who are like buddies or even strangers. Is every guy should be able to just wink at anyone, you know, and be like, it doesn't matter what you think. That's how I like, you know, say hey or say thanks or whatever. And any dude should like get one of those and just be like, yeah. But too many times guys are like, oh, I don't know, I shouldn't respond, or I should go, what? If I didn't have an appointment at Hammer and Nails right now, I'd fuck you up. Let me know if you agree with that. Comment areas or in the Discord channels. If you're in my Patreon, we can start a fucking conversation that can last as long as you want in there. I have my full undivided attention to people in the Discord. If you're in my Patreon, talk as much as you want. But I'm definitely right about this. There's no two ways about it. Modern manhood has a fucking many problems, and these should be easy to get by. We should just go, yeah, who gives a shit anymore? Warpaint. Ugh. All right, I should wrap it. It's been 30 minutes. And look, let me tell you something. To circle back to the beginning of this, I feel way better. I'm glad I took that shower. I'm glad I just like kept fighting against the sinking feeling, you know, and did this because I'm right now. I feel like I did this morning. See you tomorrow.
It's the end of the show. Like, subscribe, comment. Don't be a dick.